Hello, happy Saturday morning. I'm gonna do something super fun today. So this idea is a play off of what we've done once before, and I want to say, let's see, can you see this, guys? Brenda Cooper 7944 left a comment and a suggestion that I want to give a go. So I want to take our 10 element idea and make it a blind draw. So we did this before, made a nice chunky playing card. And so I wrote down some rules and we're going to go for it. And we're going to add one more thing, and that's techniques. So we're going to pick 10 elements blindly. We're going to pick 2 techniques, and these are like more specialty techniques that are not stamping or collage. That's free techniques. We have to be able to play with that if we want anything cool and fun. Base can be chosen. Hardware can be chosen. Our elements can either be made fresh for this project, or we can grab some out of our stash. And elements can be made for other elements. For instance, if we draw a dangle and we want to use tickets to make a dangle or stickers to make a dangle, that's okay. We can, use different elements to make those. So let's get started. It's going to be fun. I cleaned my desk. I didn't fold them, but I promise I'm not looking. So let's see what we've got here. We've got still not, let's see, 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6. Could probably do one at a time. Ooh, chipboard. Haven't used those before. I've got a few. That's 6, 7. 8. I probably should just hold this in front. 9, 10. Okay, what do we got here? Ooh, we can do that. All right, now I'm just gonna don't have a whole bunch of techniques, but we're gonna draw a couple, and I'm just not looking and I'm mixing them up. And we've got this one, coffee staining. And what's our other one? Ooh, texture paste. Okay. Okay. Let me get these out of the way. I'm going to have my rules nearby so I don't forget and break them. Now, how should we, look, I didn't even think about how are we going to keep these in a semblance of order, but still have time to, or space to work. Let's put them right here. Playing card, envelope, paper. Hopefully can get better at doing this a little faster later. Next time. We'll get better each time, because that's what we do. We work on improving. Okay. So we've got collage paper. We got to pick a base. I do like how the last one turned out with using a big playing card. So I do have a couple. This base is washi tape, so I'm thinking we want to skip that. I do have, well, this already has texture paste on it. Let's do this one. Or will it be difficult? Let me think. Let me think. It might be difficult to add on top of the texture paste versus adding texture paste to something we already have. Okay, changing direction. Now, which one do we want to use? Do we want to go bright colors or black and white? I'm thinking let's go black and white. So this is, let me tell you what I've already got on here. This is the TIM HOLTZ. Let me see if I've got a name on it. Entomology collage paper. Okay. So I'm not going to count this as the playing card because it's the base, but I am going to count it as the collage paper because that takes a while to put on, get dry, all that business. So we're going to set that one aside and call that done. Now for a playing card, I've got regular playing cards, but I also have these teeny tiny ones that I got from Temu. And I think that might be fun to incorporate somewhere. So I'm going to set these here. A photo. Let's pick a photo first, and that can drive our design choices. So let's grab the container of photos. Do I have ticket? No tickets. Oh, no tickets. Snippets, though. Beads and lace. Okay, so let's get our stuff out that we need. Those are die cuts, so we don't need that. Tickets, we don't need that. Here are our snippets, so we'll set these here. Specialty paper can be a number of things. It can be, you know, these little papers that I have that we could add. Something that's not just plain old scrapbook paper is what I'm thinking. So I've got those. Envelope playing. We picked our playing card. We've got our, well, we haven't picked it yet, but we've got it here where we know we're going to use them. So snippets. For an envelope, I know I said we're going to pick a photo, but let's see. My mind's going everywhere, guys. It's totally racing. So we know we're not going to want a great big envelope on this. So let's look at our options for little ones. I have these little coin envelopes. I've got little vellum envelopes. There's an old coin vellum envelope. And I also have these little, I don't know, do we count bags as envelopes? They're kind of like envelopes. Let's say we're going to do one of these two and we can make a decision. Or, you know what we could do? I've got these teeny little envelopes. We could do one of these. Let's keep those out as an option. Get this put away. All right. We don't have any charms, no dangle. Well, we got beads, so we'll have to add that on something. So here's our envelope choices. We've got those here where we need them. Music paper, that'll be easy. Here's our snippets. Let's pick, yeah, now that we've got a bunch of other stuff on here, now that we've, let's see, I like the black and white, but if we want to use this envelope, we might want something a little more on the brown side. So, oh, she's pretty. That's an option. But maybe we want a gentleman this time. I don't think I've used any of the gentleman ones. He looks like he might like bugs. Maybe those ladies like going out and finding some bugs. That looks cool too. There's Henry. Sorry for the noise. My animals are having a little drink. Oh, he looks like a very distinguished fellow. That guy looks like trouble. Kitty-O's, that little fella might like to go. Oh, come on now. These are not wanting to cooperate very much. Oh, isn't she cute? All right. We've narrowed it. Let's see about making a choice. He's cool. I think we need to do a gentleman this time. Which one do we want? Let's see what some of the other... It'll be interesting to find some lace and beads to go. Let's go with him, because why not? Okay, photo is, decided. Specialty paper, got lots of choices for that. Let's pick, and same with music paper, that'll be easy. Let's grab chipboard options. Oh, I don't have a ton, but I've got some. So this is kind of my catch-all for things that don't really have a home anywhere else. I don't have enough of them to... There's some chipboard. Those are kind of chipboard letters, but are they really chipboard? They kind of are. Okay. So let's grab our options here to pick from. Sorry, stick my head right where you're... And I don't feel like the hearts are going to be really much of what we want. So let's put the hearts away. We've got clocks, we've got leaves, and we've got keys. Or letters. So let's keep those out. And know that we've got to use one of those. So I'm going to set these. I think it will depend on what we go with some of the other things. The clocks are really cool. I just got these at Dollar Tree quite a long time ago, actually, and just don't hardly ever use them. So let's set these aside along with our little chipboard letters. And those will be on there. Okay, now altered paperclip. We can make a new one or we can use one that we've already made. So let me grab my little just holder thing that I put together for our altered paper clips. I didn't know how to store these, so I just did this. See if there's any that are like totally striking us as would be a good addition. What's that one? This one's kind of cool. What's on the back? But it might be too big. That's a maybe. This one does have the lace already on it, but it's pretty chunky, and I kind of feel like that would be better for a larger journal. This one could be a perhaps. That one's too big. This one's kind of cool with fabric, but it's, oh, that's got the big back on it. Okay, that's it for those. So we can always choose to make our own, but we do have these couple that could be a potential addition. You know, or we could make one. I think we only want it one-sided because the purpose of this is to kind of have it in a, maybe in a frame, not necessarily part of a journal. It could be a journal cover. That would be cool. And I like the way this looks, but it's just too chunky. And this might be too big, but we're gonna, I do like the pops of red though. We're going to keep this out as a maybe. We're going to set that aside as a no. All right. So, or we can just make a new one, which is also super fun. Specialty paper, lace, and beads. I feel like... Oh, I didn't grab music yet. Music paper. Let's grab some music paper. Where are you? Music paper. Here's some. Oh, goodness. It's kind of stuffed in here with all my other scrapbook paper. All right, so here's some. These are either vintage or, I don't know if these have dates on them. Either vintage or antique from, I think I just got these at the thrift store. We could go super blue. Oh, that's not, oh, that's a menu. That's not, but that's really cool. I need to remember I have that. A menu from New York. Ooh, 1964. That's cool. Maybe I will store this way. Okay, so we've got black, and both of these have black. So let's just grab a piece of this, since this one's already well torn. I'm just going to grab a piece. So we've got our music. And these will be towards the end. Envelopes, coffee staining, and texture paste. Okay, let's start getting some ideas together. Do the coffee staining. I'm gonna have a think here for a moment. One sec. Okay. So I grabbed, I think we need a little bit of color. Because we've got this shade of the paper, I think I want to go with this for the envelope. So I'm moving the other envelopes out of the way. And for specialty papers, I grabbed, these are the kind of, let's see, what do I want to say? The international paper samples that I've showed you before. So I grabbed a chunk of these that are brighter colored because I think we need some color in here. So just kind of want to flip through. Oh, isn't that pretty? Not for this project, but very pretty. Pretty, pretty, pretty. All right, what do we got here? Don't see any of these prints that are striking me. That blue could add some nice interest. Definitely no Christmas trees. Gold, don't think so. Oh, those are very nice and shimmery pearled papers. Blue and purple. I don't like it as much as that blue. The colored ones oh, I'm gonna sneeze, I think. Oh, excuse me. Okay. Now this says that this is lace, but I don't think that we really, I think that would be cheating a little bit. I don't want to be a cheater. I'm going to have some green. Now we do have we said stamping is free. Are there any, we've got the different blues for stamping. We've got our red that we can use. Orange, I don't think. Let's put those away. Black with some red. Not a big fan of the gold for this. If we do red, I'd rather have it brighter. Does this have the gold in it? Yes, that has the gold. Oh, this is kind of cool. It's got little... I'm going to put that as an option. All right, we've got 4 options out of this. We can add others if we want, but we don't want to be... We don't want a 3-hour video, I don't think. Not that we couldn't hang out and play all day long would be fun, but... All right, do we want to bring in blue or do we want to stick with black and red? Let's eliminate the green. That will help us make a decision. We could do all 3 in some way, shape, or form. Let's leave all 3 of these out before we make a decision and see where we get with picking snippets. All right, so there's our papers that we're going to collage with. This is still a maybe, although I do think it might be better to make something smaller. I think it's going to be too balanced, overly balanced, unless we go this way. Collage up there, throw this here, maybe that. Let's start digging through our... I know, I am all over the place. I don't know that we necessarily want... Let's eliminate the leaves and decide that we're going to go either a clock or a key. These keys are pretty close. Let's get the duplicates out. There, that makes it feel a little less overwhelming. Or, oh, shoot, I totally forgot that we have the letters. Oh, goodness sakes. I kind of like the letters best. But it does feel a little bit cop-out because we always use letters. We use letter stamps. No, we're not doing a cop-out. We're going to make this interesting and challenging. If we do what we always do, it's not a challenge. Pick one, for the love of God. All right, we're gonna pick one of these two. What do we want? What will be more interesting? Just pick one. There. Picked. Decided. That's what we're using. Okay. Let's see. All right, we got to start actually putting stuff together, or I'm never going to make a decision. We're never going to get done if we don't do this. So let's start putting some collage on. We know we're using that. We're picking the red because I said so. Because we got to get going. We're going to be here all day. All right. Do we want some blue too? Yep, why not? Oh, it's got green on the back. Gosh darn it. Nope. This is what we're using. Pick a few. Whoa, making a mess. All right, let's grab some more. This is really cute with the little newsy stuff in it. Little papers. Maybe we're okay with that one too. Definitely want the stuff with the little pieces of paper in it. Okay. We're going to ink. Shall we ink in? What do we want to ink in? What? There's so many decisions. That's what makes it a challenge, right? Let's do... I am thinking either or both of these guys. Did we decide? I can't recall which is darker. Well, it doesn't matter. Let's say I want to see what this looks like. I just had, it says close-ish. Let's see what color that's going to give us. I don't think that's going to show up enough. All right. Antique linen has been eliminated. Let's go vintage photo. We're already on here. Really need a new one of those. So let's just start with some music paper. What part do we like? And where shall we put it? Let's put it here. We are just gonna go for it because we're gonna be him-hawing all day. We ain't got time for that. We wanna make something. Darn it. Be a little careful with this old paper. A little careful. Clearly I'm also tearing it, so I'm not being that careful. Let's go there. Something to glue on. Did we still have... Oh yeah, we moved our remaining ones over there, so we know what we still need to do. All right. Gluing. Oh, look, it's blue on this other side. Nope, we decided we weren't going to put blue. All right. Forgot about that. Alrighty. Here. Let's ink all around the outside before we get too far. Forgot about that part. It's so splayed out that it kind of doesn't even fit on there. It looks tiny. I said this month I ain't buying any more art supplies. March is going to be my no spending month. Now I really hope that my glue stick lasts. Oh, I don't know, guys. I'm going to say if it's glue, it doesn't count as an art supply. Even if that's cheating, I'm saying it. All right. So I want to start building the basic layout. And I feel like this might look good up there. We don't know where the fella's gonna go yet, but I want to ink this up first and start thinking about, do we want to do some of our technique on here, which might be kind of cool. Make sure that we get this. And remember, we can put hardware, we can do, I wonder if I can. I'd like to make it look like this is inked as well. Let's see if we can manage that without making too big of a mess. Maybe a little bit more than, whoops. That's a little better. Just enough so that it stands out. I don't know if we're, how well, oops, that didn't work very good, did it? That's better. Oh my goodness, I could have just went like that. Nope, not on that side you can't. All right, that's good. That is good. So let's decide. I don't really want to cover the agent whatever, because I think that's fun. But what if we put a little texture paste on here? And it doesn't have to be a ton, and it doesn't have to be everywhere. Let me pull out that and see if we can find something. This thing is old and dry, but let's see if we can find a stencil that will look cool there. We could do just a letter, but that might be kind of boring. Let's see. Looking. There's some. I've got those letters. Those letters. These are not the best. Not the best stencils. They're pretty inexpensive. We could also go with some bricks. So let's see what we might want to do here. We need to make a little room. I'm going to pull this guy back out. Put a big hole in it. Smart. What if we did a chunk of it? That might look kind of cool. Let's give that a shot. And let's take, I'm gonna grab the washi tape. We don't like this guy. I'm all out of the happy birthday, so we had to go with this one. Let's hold this down. Keep that in place there. Might do a big strip all the way across. Oops. Oh man. Okay, and I would like to tighten it up a little bit on the edges. I could do clips or different things, I know. I don't know why this seems to feel like it would be a good option for today, but it does. Now what we're going to run into is it's not going to match up when we open the envelope, but I think that's okay. Let me grab a spatula. See if I can find the pretty small one. I've got a little guy in here somewhere. There he is. He's dirty. Surprise. Surprise, surprise. Lots of my stuff is dirty. I should get better at cleaning stuff and taking care of it. Cheers. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I am a work in progress. All right, let's see if this texture paste is usable, is workable. Oh my God, it's so terrible. Let's give it a try anyway. It's so thick and about out. I could just, you know, buy more, but let's see. Maybe there's some towards the middle that's got a little. I even put water in it and everything. All right, let's give this a go. It's not too shabby. It's working all right. Kinda. It's working all right enough. And it doesn't have to be completely perfect either. The idea is there, even if it's not completely covered, but I don't want it super thick. So I'm going over it pretty, oops, I better be careful. I shouldn't overwork it. Going over it pretty, with a lot of pressure to make, you can, if you want to go over it with light pressure, you can totally do that and make it super thick and chunky. Oh, cool. I like it. All right. I'll have to wash that off. I'm going to do that right now because when this stuff dries, it's impossible to get off. 2 seconds. Okay. Rinsed off my stencil. I went ahead and hit this with the heat gun. It doesn't take a lot because it's so dry. One thing to know when you are drying modeling paste, you want to make sure that you, or texture paste, or whatever name you have on your texture builder, you don't want to hit it too long because it will bubble up. And it, I mean, if you want it to look that way, you can. It's kind of an interesting effect. But if you don't want it to bubble and you want it to be relatively smooth or keep the same texture that it has when you put it on here, then you want to go careful. Just kind of scraping the edges a little bit to get them clean. Now we'll definitely put some color on this, I think. But, oh, we said he's going here. And so we will figure that out. Let's see, we know we're doing red. I don't really want to make, do we want our bricks to be red or is that too much? Can we make them lighter, like not super dark red? Can we just give it the idea of red? I kind of think that we're doing that. Let's see. Let's give the idea. Yeah, I like it. Got a little too gentle there at the beginning and it was going to take all day, but this is okay. Once it's on, you can't take it off, so sometimes it does work good to just be a little bit patient. And then I didn't. Then I wasn't patient. Let's get a little one there. All right, bringing in some of the red. I like it. Let's go ahead and slap this guy down. We've got to start building. Get some glitter. And now you could leave it as a pocket, but there's also a pocket in here. Do we want... Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to lay down the top half, and we can add, just in case we want to tuck some of that paper in underneath, and then we can flip it up and glue more. Where exactly do we want it? Should we have some of that beetle peeking through? Yes. Let's do that. All right. Now, if we want to go some under, some over, we can do that. We do also need to do some coffee staining. So, okay, so we did our texture paste. So let's move that off to the side. We've still got plenty of fun elements to add. And we can stamp. Remember, stamping is free. That is important. Could we still put this on here? We could. We could still use this. Maybe. Okay, anyway, I just keep coming back to that because it's fun and it's got our colors and we like that one. All right. Pay attention. Pay attention. All right, where do we want to do our coffee staining? I don't even have my coffee for coffee staining. Where? Let me grab them. Let me grab our coffee and we'll do some staining next. Okay, here's how lazy I was. I didn't want to go out in the other room and get water, so I poured some of my coffee in this. And now we're going to grab the instant coffee here. That will never ever be drank because it's disgusting. And dry and old. And so I'm going to pour some of that in here so that we can darken this up and make it more impactful. You can use just regular old coffee if you want. I'm too lazy to let it sit. Not lazy, impatient. I'm too impatient to let it sit for that. So, better put this on or we're going to have a problem with our glue. All right, let's stir this up. Get that good and dissolved so that we got nice and dark. Got chunks in it, but maybe we don't care. Now what I want to do is I want to put coffee cup rings on this. So I'm going to use my coffee cup, but I need something to put it in so that I can dip my cup in it. Obviously, again, too lazy to leave the room, so I am going to pour it in this side. Maybe I can keep some of the grossness out. Okay, I'm going to pour it on. Oh, disgusting. Look at that stuff. I'm going to pour it in here. I should have weighted this down, but I don't want to get it on my snippets. Let's get that kind of, here, just use my finger. Get this. Oh, snippet, coffee dyed. Here, let's finish it up. Set it over here to dry. Let's not dump all our snippets in there. Here. Flow around coffee dye. All right, let's see if I can do this without making an enormous mess. All right, we got our cup dipped, and how about right there? Let's see what we end up with. Love it. How about one going off the side? Let it soak in there just a touch. All right, there's some coffee staining. Now the other thing we can do, another snippet in the coffee. Let's just flick some on there. More? More. All right, now I'm going to take a paper towel and soak up some of this, and then I will take a rag and get the rest. And then we'll hit that with the dryer. There are shortcuts, and I like to find them. So, wipe that. Well, that's just smearing, so that's not helpful. Let's wipe this. That'll get started drying there, and then we'll hit it with the... Make sure I get this really dry, because I don't want this all over the rest of my stuff. All right. Snippet container to the rescue. Wipe that up quickly, and now let's hit this with the dryer so that we can move along to the next step. Okay, I dried that. The other thing I did on this guy is there was a lot of liquid on there, and instead of having two super dark ones like this, I just dabbed it straight down and straight up so you don't smear it, and pulled some of that off so that we can have, oh my God, you guys, my brain. Differences. We can have different levels of color. Oh my goodness. Okay. Where are we going to want this guy? Maybe here. Maybe overlapping. And then this here, something like that. We can put our altered paper clip. I don't even know where. Oh, here it is. Let's put this back over here because we don't have it yet. We could put our altered paper clip right here and make a nice narrow one. All right, let's start getting some of these colored. Where'd my colored pieces go? We still got lots of, we can do our, seriously guys, where did my color pieces go? Did I blow them all over the place when I did my coffee dyeing? I can't find, oh goodness. Set that coffee off to the side. Make sure if you got your regular cup of coffee and your coffee dyeing coffee, make sure you know what you're grabbing. That would be an absolute awful disaster. Disgusting. Okay, let's put some of this down. Do we want it under? I think we want it under. Where'd you go? Glue stick. This will be good for the glue stick. I'm just gonna run it over the top, I think. Wait, which side do we like? I like that side better. Cinema City. Something Plex Mall. It's not very vintagey, but that's all right. It's still cool. All right. Do we have enough on there to stick it? I think we do. And remember, we've got stamping we can do. Do I maybe want this? Did I glue it that far down? I guess I did. I don't want to cover that. this. Oh, right there. Don't want to overthink it too much. Maybe just a little bit here. I like those fibers too. The fibers sticking out look pretty cool. Maybe at the top. Don't overthink it. I can feel myself trying to overthink it, and we need to not do that. I don't want to cover too much stuff because it's really cool. How about this way, upside down? And we can just pull that off. And whoops, not until it's dry, Goofy. We can snip it, but I don't want that on my hair. Folding. We're not going to see the back anyway. So some red there. We're going to add some red, I think, with some stamping when we do our paper clip. And we're still thinking he's probably going to live here somewhere. This is not feeling chunky enough to me at all. We've got to do some more. Need more stuff. Oh, here we need snippets. All right, let's pull out our snippets and see what we can find. We might get all kinds of cool, fun stuff out of here. Let's grab this one because I see it over there. We could still put a small envelope, another small envelope on here if we decide we want to. So we've still got that. All right, I don't want anything super giant. There's these books. We can use these to make our paper clips too. That is a ticket. That doesn't belong in there. What do we have? Got some other stuff that's just hanging out in here. Clearly did not organize exactly how it should. There's some of we want the blue. The longer one. I really like this piece. I think that thing's really cool. Let's keep that as an option. Too big. Get these off to the side. I already have that one of those pulled out. That's not a snippet. Trying to keep myself honest here. Would pull in some color. That would work. Oh yeah, I've got some tags and whatnot in my little snippet thing. We're not going to the circus. Not that it matters. I mean, you can do whatever you want. It doesn't have to all go together. There can be combinations. I must have had some of these tags and stuff in my, or labels in my thing. Some nice red. Might want to use this opportunity though to pull in some other colors. Let's see. As I continue to pick out red stuff. There's some blue. I don't know if we'll have anything like super bright. There's some red. It's pretty. That's a nice gray. All right. And then we've got all these little teeny tiny ones. Those need to be moved to a different container. Let's be real. If it didn't come with the snippet, we're not the snippet packs or the TIM HOLTZ packs things. We're gonna get them out of here. We're not gonna use them. We got lots of different bugs. So there's our littles that we can add when we get closer. All right. So here's a nice set of options. put some big ones down and then we'll go on to some little ones. Need to build this guy up. And we might cover some of our other stuff, and that's okay, because we do that. I kind of like the antiquities down there. That's fun. Where'd I? Oh, here it is. It's the weekend. I'm so excited for the weekend. We want it right in the center. Let's. But do we want something underneath it? We also might want to do that. What about this guy? He could go there. We could go little guys sticking out. We want lots of fun stuff. There's some blue to pull in. Here I am still not just putting it on. There's blue and red. I don't want them even, but ooh, let's put a little blue guy up here. That's a fun thing about snippets is you can kind of, you just, as you go, oh, that'd be nice right there. And then you put it there, and then it adds extra cool details. Build it up and make it chunky. I want to put this little one here. Get rid of that white paper core. Oh, I might sneeze again. I want that there and sticking up just a little. Maybe a little more. Ooh, can I still move it? This stuff grips quick. All right. How about pulling in a little bit of this brighter white? Do we want to stick that there maybe? So we still want bits of white to tie in with the background. It doesn't have to be super, super bright, but I think we definitely want it. Let's do it, why not? I want to completely cover that fiber there because I think it looks pretty cool. I think that's relatively straight. Now, what else shall we pick to go on there? Specimen label. Yes, please. But where? How about right there? I'll just throw stuff around where we think it might look kind of nice. Let's go clear to the, ooh, not a hair. Gross. Let's go close to the edge here. Maybe not all the way. Well, I guess that might be how far we're going. Okay. Like that. Oh, we can't forget our playing cards. We gotta have our playing card too. He's gonna go somewhere in here. Can also add some to that. Do we need something bigger right here? We're covering an awful lot of our music paper, but I think that's okay. Thinking. Maybe this goes here. Ooh, I kind of like that. But what else? Mushroom. All right. There's a snippety thing. That's too blue. Is that too big? is it too... You can't tell if that's exactly lined up, but do we care? Nope. We're just gonna do it because I kind of want that whole thing to show, mostly because it's really neat. I have a tendency when I get this really fun, cool stuff, it's like, oh, but might I want somewhere else to use it? No. Put it down. Use your stuff. Enjoy your stuff. Completely covered that gray paper. Let's get it. Can we move it just enough to get a little bit peeking out? Yep. Use your stuff, guys. That's what you have. Oh, and it is exactly lined up. But that's okay too. Use your stuff. That's why you buy it. And especially these things, you know, the Tim Holtz stuff is so cool. But there's also an enormous supply. If you use it because you love it and you're sad that you don't have it, buy another pack. Not saying there's any endless supply of money by any stretch, but if you don't use it, then your, you know, $5 to $10 that you spent on it is a complete waste because you're not getting any enjoyment out of it. So don't do that. Use your stuff. Use your stuff. And you can just buy it again. If you love it that much, if it brings you that much joy, buy it again. Okay, now I think I don't want to really cover this, so I think we're going to say that we are okay to completely set this down. And just add a little bit of glue. Well, that might have been more than a little bit, but that's okay too. It'll dry clear. So let's get this on there. All right, now this guy, do we know yet exactly where we want him to be? I think we want him exactly there. So I want to ink him up. That is not exactly straight and it's going to bother me. Where's my, do I even have my scissors in here? I might have left them in the other room when I was doing something different. Okay, hold on. Okay, scissors recovered from the other room. I'm just going to straighten this up. I don't know why it's going to bother me, but it will. Okay. And it's a good thing, I think, that I went out and did that. Oh, I put my robe on because I was cold. Let me take it off. It's warmer in here than it is in the other room. Okay. I'm glad I didn't have my scissors because I was about to glue this down, but I want to add some hardware to him. Out of the way, where are you? Eyelets. Here you are. Grab those, and we can't do it after because my crocodile won't fit. So let's put some eyelets on this guy. I think that will look cool. So I'm going to need to get this out of there so I can see what I'm doing. Okay. Let's put some holes. Let's go right on the corners so it's easier to make sure that they're straight. Oh, let's not let this little issue get us irritated. Okay. Mostly on the photo part, but a little on the outside. Oh, nope, I'm set for little ones. So there's that. We need a little metal on here. Let me do a quick double check of what sizes I need. Yeah, A2. So let's change this to A and this to number 2. And that is the setting for eyelets with washers. I think we want to go with this kind of antique bronze color. Pull in the brown, but still be dark, not too terribly bright. Let's grab some washers. I think that's 4. Yep. All right, get these out of the way. Assuming that we're not going to send any flying, but if we do, we do. Let's get that in there and washer flat side down. And a nice squeeze. I have some that don't have the washers, and oh, I didn't get that tight enough. And they work fine, but I do like the washers better. It gives you, not that you're going to see this, but it gives you a nice clean look on the back, especially if it's something that you're going to see. Set that in there. Two more flat side down. Okay. I don't have the great big shot. I don't need it. I would use it almost never, so this was plenty pricey enough. I want to say it was somewhere between $25 and $30 probably, but it comes in so handy. Yeah, doesn't that just add a very nice bit? Now we talked about maybe adding this on the side. Maybe we'll go down farther so we can move him over, but we wanted to nope, we need to move this here because we were going to put a paper clip, I think, in that area. Okay, let's pick. I think I'm going to do a combo on this one because we do have this extra depth to, oh, hold on. Hold on. Do we want him up just a little? Yep, we do. Where's my little pieces of cardboard? They are, yes, over here. Let's grab a little cardboard piece and go this way with it. Let's pop him up just a little. Get some nice depth. Looks like I already got glue on it. If I was going to, well, what I was going to say is because of this extra depth of the eyelets, if I glue it straight down, I would want to use some of this 3-in-1. It's thicker and goopier, and then add a little of this too, I think. But this is going to work better. And then we have a flat surface also to glue down to. So where did we say we wanted him? Right about there, maybe? Looks pretty straight to me. Let's just hold that down for a second. All right. Yes, I like that. Do we still want to put a mushroom right here? Maybe there. do we want our mushroom to live? We could just put it right there. Just put it right there. I think. No, let's put him right there. Let's put it right there. I don't know why I'm kind of stuck on having it on the picture, but I am. Got a little happy with my glue there. A little generous. All right, I like that red. Okay, now, next, do we just want this sitting there? I think I like it better down here and maybe tucked under. Yes, now do we want to do anything to this? We could darken up the edges a little. I mean, they're pretty dark already, I guess. There's some pieces that didn't come out there. I wonder if we can poke those out without breaking it. Oh, we totally can. All right. There. Any other areas we need to poke out? Nope, that looks good. Let's just see. Will this make it any more interesting? Might not even be able to see it, but we'll just try. We'll see. Certainly didn't hurt anything. All right, let's get some glue on here. Don't need to glue every little nook and cranny of this, but I think I've only used these one other time, and so I'm not sure how careful we need to be. We're going to tuck it here, and I don't want to cover where it says antiquities. I am good with that. We haven't even done any stamping. We might not need it, maybe just a little here or there. Okay, I think we should move on to our paper clip, and I don't think we're going to use that one. I think we're going to make one specific to this. Oh, that doesn't want to go there. Specific to this project. So let's get this guy out of the way. And let's just pick, what about just using this guy? Does he work okay? Or, nope, not that guy. I know. I'm trying to not knock the coffee on the floor because that would be a mess. Yep. Okay. Now, what else? We know we need lace. We know we need beads. So let's grab the lace first. I need to make us a little bit of space here. I'm getting a little squashed. Oh, we still need to do our playing card. Let's make sure we get that out too while we're thinking about it. Okay, so we're gonna put it here. Or do we want it right there? It kind of looks cool just with the paper clip, but that is not the challenge that we're doing right now. So we could go sideways rather than down if we choose. Or we could let it hang a little off of, can we fit it right here underneath? Oh yeah, because the eyelet's not attached. I totally forgot about that. Still though, could also go here. Maybe here. Oh goodness. Okay, let's pick some lace. I don't want anything super heavy to cover up too much of what we've already done. Oh, what would something like this look like? We could do just a little bit of lace. We don't have to have a super ton. Let's see what we can do with this. And we said we need beads as well. What if we used... what if we used this as our base? That pulls in some of that color from the bottom. I think I like that. Let's make the decision to use that as our base. We're going to put a little bit of this on. Yes. And then we'll figure out what we want to do for the bead. Is that enough, or do we want to put something else behind it? I don't really care for that. What about something else on top of it? There are, I believe, oh, we need our playing card. Okay, let's put that on it. And we can pick one of the red suits. Here, we're just gonna grab the 7. Lucky number 7. Right there. So let's start assembling here. Just the slightest around the edge. I'm having a pretty good time. When I saw what we drew, I was like, oh God, where's the washi? Where's the tickets? Where's the tags? We made it work. Quick coffee. Let's put this on. Ugh, there's the dogs. All right. Should not be surprised every time. So let's put this guy on here. Oh, not that high. Oh, come down. Okay. You don't want it lined up perfect. There. Let that dry and go grab my dogs. Well, they didn't bark because they wanted in. They barked because there was somebody walking by. So I'm sure in 2 more minutes they'll be asking to come in again. Scissors. I'm gonna spill my coffee. Let's get it out of the way. How much do we want? Let's go 3. We can trim it down if we need to. Close this up and set it back where it belongs before I told you. All right. Okay. We're getting so close, and that's of course when they're going to be like, hey, how about if I bother you a little? All right, let's decide. Does that go top or underneath? I think it goes underneath is what we want. We still got to do a bead somewhere. Does it go in the middle? maybe I'm trying to figure it out with too much stuff in my vision. Okay. How about if we do it like right here and we hook it on just like this? Let's do that because we need to move along. I am going to use the 3-in-1 for this. It's a little thicker, a little stronger, works better on like lace and fabric. Come on, if it's going to come out. This guy's getting low. There we go. Just gonna wrap that right around and poke it down. I'm gonna hold that for a second. I've got some new red and blue beads that I got, and I think this might be a great place. I'm gonna get a clamp here. Just clip this here so it will stay and we don't have to hold it. Can we get that off? Yes. Mostly. The thing needs cleaned for sure. All right, then this is going to go on top. I think we need something to hold it. How close is that? Dry enough? Looks like it. It's a little wonky. Can we scooch it just a little? We might need a little piece of paper or something behind it to hold it on there. What about if we bring in a little bit of this black that we have used? I thought I had scraps. I'll probably do somewhere, but this is what I have. What if we do something like putting that here? And going like this. I don't know if we're going to be able to, maybe this way. Yeah, let's, how do we want to do this? Let's cut a piece and then we can trim it farther as needed. There's that. All right, we're going to build it right onto this. Do it like that. Maybe that will work. We can figure it out. We're gonna just get glue all over this whole thing. And see how well we can get it to stick over the top, including the lace, including the down here. Well, the down there didn't work. Let's see how it's going to go on the lace. We got to get the down here. We need to have that grab here too, so that we want it hooked. We want it hooked in more than one spot. So we're just going to hold it for a second. Takes a little longer to dry when you've got that pressure of the bulk underneath it. Oops. Well, that's all right. It does look like we've got a good amount of glue in the center. So let's just hold that for a moment. That one might not catch right there, but I think that's okay. Let's get this out of the way. Let's bring our fella back. We still got to do the beads, so we still got to figure that out. Slip this on. I thought maybe we would need like a tag or something underneath here, but I don't think we do. We do need a bead though, so we need to decide if we're going to hang something right here or if we're going to hang something from the top. Done. Done. Our last piece. It's so hard to not just keep adding stuff because it's so fun. But then you don't see the little guy. You don't see that. You don't see him. I got to add one more because I can't help it. And then I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop. All right, one more here on our distinguished gentleman. I think his name is Frank. Fairly certain I heard that. Oh, serious. Okay, there we go. My glue's not happy. Oh, there, whatever was stuffing it has popped out. Frank likes bugs, but he also likes birds, and he also likes mushrooms. So we gotta give Frank what he wants here. Let's pop this back in. All right, now. All right, let's get our snippets back where they belong. Put them away before I start trying to put more stuff on there. I know that's in the wrong place, but it's going to go back in the wrong place because is that guy pretty dry? He is. Our coffee stained wet snippet. There's our other one. Let's get these out of our way, and we need beads. And what else did I just say? Oh, we have not stamped anything yet. So here's the beads I'm thinking about. Might look kind of cool. So open these up. We got to decide how to attach it. So here's the string of beads. It said red and black, but these are really red and blue, which actually makes me happy because they're perfect for this. Maybe 1, 2, or 3, but I don't think we're going to go any more than that. Oh, no, stay here. Stay here. We're going to put them right there. Let's tie this in a knot and put it back in the bag. All right. trying to be semi, you know, neat about this one. I'm trying to keep us a little bit organized. Now, how do we want to hook these beads on? And are those the only ones we want to use? Thoughts. We could go with our hook. We could put a hole up there and go with, let's see, I'm pretty sure that we've got, yep, the same metal. So we've got that. Just thinking here for a second. We could do that. We could hang them from here. No, I really think we need something up there. And we could be as simple as just, ouch, just having a hole there. And perhaps we just stick them on. Maybe we just stick them on one of these. I only have black, so that's gonna have to do. Well, that hole, is it big? Yeah, it's big enough to hold it. Maybe we just have them like this. And let me grab my tools. Let's just put a couple on here. I don't even know that we need anything else, just these three, maybe right there. I think that's okay. So let's, ooh, maybe we could, oh, I know, let's make a really cool little curl here at the top. Let's make a coil. That'll be interesting. Okay, so now we need the others. Yeah, this. And we will just hold it on the same. Oh my God, is it gonna let me? It's a little thicker than I thought it would be. Maybe that will help getting it started. Start rounding it, and then maybe it will get tighter. It will let us tighten it if it's already started in the general rounding area. I don't even know what that means, what I just said. We might not get a very nice coil, but we're gonna get one because we said we wanted, that's what we wanted. That is irritating, I have got to say. What if I hold it there? And then, oh, that is not good. Sorry, I'm fumbling. You can't even see what I'm doing. I'm failing is what I'm doing, if you would like to know the specifics. Can we coil this tighter? This might just be too tight for it, too thick for it. Let's see. Can you then flatten it out? Doesn't want to grip very well. bunch of nonsense. It's going to be a messy coil. And we don't care. Because there, wonky coil. God, what a lot of work. Okay, so now we're going to stick it on this. And now we're going to put a hole. Where are we going to put a hole? I don't think it matters too much. I suppose that's going to be right in our way and not be at all where we want it to be. Really wanted it up here. We're not using this. We're using a jump ring. And we're going to use, will this go in there? All that work to coil and now we're not even going to see it. If I can get those closed. Why does everything today, why are we having such trouble? Let's get it close. And then we're going to put a hole. Would it fit through a hole this? Yes, it will. All right, time for a hole. Where do we want it? We're not going to do this more than once. We want it here. And so we're going to put a hole. Shall we try a little one first and see if it'll fit through? Let's. I don't think it will, but we're going to try it. It might because it is a little... Oh, it does. Barely, but it does. And so, eek. Okay. There we go. Wow, that was a stupid amount of work. Okay. Let's squash this thing closed so it doesn't fall out, because man, would that be terrible. I don't even know if we can get it all the way closed. We can get it maybe close enough. We're going to get it close enough. Just don't, you know, just don't push it too hard. Bead. Done. All right. Not too shabby. All right, let's see what we ended up with. We've got our bead, our photo, we've got some specialty papers, playing card, altered paperclip, texture paste, coffee stains, collage paper, snippets, chipboard, music paper that you can barely see, not intentionally hiding. Got our lace. We've got our little envelope here that if you move the paperclip, you can see it. What else do we got? Let's see. I'm grabbing our list. I don't think we missed anything. I don't think we did. Yes, snippets. Yes, chipboard. Coffee staining. Collage paper. Yes, I think we have successfully completed our challenge. Very good. That was fun. I'm not going to say it wasn't challenging, but it was fun. I very much thank you for hanging out with me today. I hope you do something similar. Doesn't have to be specific, you know, this specific stuff. Crayons. Oh God, what else? Oh my God, my brain turned off, you guys. Crayons, markers, glue, cardboard, any paper, newspapers, magazines, old mail, anything you got. Throw on some napkins, tissue paper, whatever. Anything will work. Make your own list and see if you can challenge yourself to do something new and different and make a beautiful piece of art. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for hanging out. And I will see you next time.